The others do the other job. The Kuros hunt in the forest. I'm worried that the rabbits in the forest will be extinct. The spiders and making clothes. A new design has come out. The High Elves are repairing buildings that are damaged during winter. They are also building Donovan's house and the recreational hall. They are also building Dirame's villa. The woods used to construct all of those buildings are from the deforested area from the field expansion. The trees around here are difficult to cut down and process, but it's a good thing that I have the AFT. The Unnies are cooking and cleaning the houses and the streets as usual. It seems like dirt has accumulated during winter. The lizardmen are taking care of the cows and chicken as well as maintaining the waterways. The beastkins are processing the crops, threshing, milling, oil extraction, sugar making, salt making, etc. The dwarves are making wine. The dwarf increased. Wilcox, I'm cross. Nice to meet you. Eto. From what I heard, they followed Donovan, and are going to settle here too. It was decided before I knew it. The crops here are good. It's really surprising. Yes, they are delicious even if you eat them raw. It is impossible for a bad person to praise my crops. Welcome to the Big Tree Village. It is important for Lou to be taken care of. Tyr and Flora are doing what they should do while helping Lou in her daily life. The angels are flying around cautiously as usual. I am worried about the future of farming. Currently, we can harvest several times a year, but it is all thanks to the AFT. I again express my gratitude to the God who gave it to me. For now, the village has no problem with food to eat. Therefore, I thought of something. What will happen if there is no AFT? And what will happen to the village if something happens to me or if I can no longer use the AFT? Since my sense of crisis is tingling, I thought that we should try farming using ordinary tools. The crops on the field plowed by the AFT grows 4 times faster in a suitable environment. Planting crops that came from the crops planted using the AFT in another field makes the growth rate same as an ordinary crop. In other words, the same as the normal crops. Therefore, we need to pay attention to the season before raising it or it will not grow well. Moreover, they will not grow in a place that has never been plowed with the AFT. It is because the soil of the forest is unsuitable for raising crops. Because of that, if I can find a place where normal wheat can grow, I think that the wheat from our field can grow there too. These are the results of the experiments I tried until now. It will take time and labor and the harvested amount will be reduced too, but it is possible to farm even if there is no AFT. I want to try something. Currently, I have prepared a small field where others can practice plowing. The main participants are the High Elves, the Lizardmen, and the Beastkins. I told them that they are free to choose what they want to raise and whatever they raise is theirs alone. The crops they raised are mainly raw materials for making wine. Manga Chapter 29 Page 7. Chapter 56. About the food and beverage. There are 2 reasons why the dragon Dirame comes to this village, food and wine. Those 2, the villagers are also full of praises to them. However, I, who retained my memory from my previous world, don't think about them that much. The food is not delicious enough and the wine is sweet. Regarding the food, there are a lot of things from my previous world that can't be found here, so the quality is not that much. Even if we have the ingredients, seasonings, and cooking utensils, without the knowledge on how to make them, we are helpless on what should be done. It's a good thing that we can cook rice. For now, I told the Unnies about different kind of cooking methods and what will be the end result, method on how to season foods, etc., and have them research about it. Being praised as an accomplished cook is somewhat embarrassing. That is mainly because I feel like my demand is unreasonable. However, I don't want to compromise on food. I am doing my best, so I expect everyone to do the same. As a result, they were able to cook donburi type dishes. It is great when combined with rice. In addition, since we have ceramicware now, we can individually season our own food on the table. Speaking of seasoning, we managed to make mayonnaise thus. A cooking revolution occurred in the village. The important raw material of mayonnaise is eggs and vinegar. Thank you for the eggs, chickens. I am afraid of salmonella, so I have to sterilize the eggs. But we don't have any disinfectant to use. When I'm troubled, I usually consult Lou. I confirmed the existence of some sort of drug that can be used on the eggs. Flora made it. Thanks for your hard work. Lou can make it too, but she's pregnant, so I don't want her to go near to such things because I don't know what sort of ingredients they have in there. Next is vinegar. At first, I thought that when wine became older, it will turn to vinegar, but I guess I was wrong. The next plan, I heard that Japanese sake making can produce vinegar too, so I tried that. The result was good, and because of that, I challenged mayonnaise making and it went well. Since it will be mixed with vinegar, I think that it is not necessary to sterilize the eggs, but I have to emphasize safety. By the way, does salmonella exist in this world? Let's not mind about the details. Mayonnaise has become everyone's favorite since it can be used with various dishes. I smiled because the flavor has expanded. Next thing I want is seafood. Regarding the wine, the main problem is that everyone drinks too much. They can't appeal to sleep with me when they're drunk. Does this mean that they don't have much endurance? It's a good thing that we expanded the fields of crops that will be used for winemaking. Fufafu. Now I can sleep in peace. I can, right? I hope so. In addition to wine, we also made juice, tea, and coffee. That is the result of the research of something else to drink besides wine and water. The purpose is to reduce the consumption of wine. However, the villagers did not consume them that much. The squeezed fruit juice is mainly consumed by beastkins since they are still too young to drink. There are high elves and unners that became tea and coffee lovers. However, their numbers are too low. On the other hand, the demon beetle took a liking to the tea and brought a large amount of them that can last until winter. Thank you very much. Like an annual spring event, the horns of the Kuros fell, the bees made a new hive, and the spiderlings set off. That reminds me, what happened to the 30 Kuros who went out last year? I hope they are safe. That moment, the 30 of them returned. Everyone is full of injuries and they look like they have overcome a trial since they have this dignified countenance. I don't know what they have done, but since they are safe, I guess it's okay. After staying for several days, they took several spiderlings on their back and leave again. What exactly are they doing? I hope they're not doing anything strange. I made a building request for a bath. Until now, I use the bath made by me and the high elves, and it is also used by every villager. It is basically a mixed bath, but since I'm the only adult male and the other male are kids, there is no problem. However, as there are now male dwarves living in the village, I requested a separate bathhouse for males, but there are more females than males in this village. Since that is the case, the newly constructed bathhouse will be for female use. That's not a bad argument. I'm anxious about mixed bathing, so I can't use it when I wanted to use it. Hence, the current bath will be for males and the new bath will be for females. However, it was countered, if they build a female-only bath, the time the females can appeal to me will be reduced. No, you can have enough contact with me outside. Why does it have to be in the bath? As a result, the current bath will be for my exclusive use. Those who want to do something can bathe with me. New male-only and female-only bath will be constructed. Thinking that I can use the bath peacefully, I thought that it is a good thing. I think I can take care of that amount of water alone. However, as the bath increases, I worry about the fuel consumption. The bath unexpectedly consumes a lot of firewoods. Though we are in the middle of a forest, I'm hesitant to use a lot. I'll think of another alternative fuel for baths. While thinking about it, I thought of heating water using magic. It seems like those who can use fire magic are the ones who need to cooperate on heating the water. That is the specialty of the beastkins, and it will also serve as practice for them. Indeed. Do your best. Using magic is more convenient and faster than manually boiling water. How convenient is it if I can do that too? I'll study magic. No, I don't have talent in magic. I'll leave it to those who can. There was a plea about the trees planted in the fruit area. The petitioner is a bee. The bee reported it to a spiderling and the spiderling conveyed it to me. I can't talk with the spiderling, but we somehow able to communicate with gesture. It seems like it wants to plant a tree from the forest to the fruit area, though the trees in the fruit area are adequate for them. It seems like the queen bee is the one demanding for it. If it is not harmful, I have no problem with it. Though I have no problem with it. It's not like we can transfer that tree here. I can plant any tree using the AFT, but I need to know what kind of tree it is. However, the tree in question can't be found nearby. Because of that, they asked for my permission to enter the forest. They want to find the tree in question. The spiderlings seem to know the tree that the bees asked for. With them looking for it in the forest, it will be found right away. The spiderlings went into the forest while riding at the back of the Kuros. They found it immediately and came back. They'll guide me into that place. We returned right away because I asked Gran Maria to carry me. And I planted the new tree right away. I also expanded the fruit area. Currently, the cows are on the east side of the fruit area, so I expanded it to the west. I doubled the size of the fruit area, so it is now 8 by 8 fields. The tree the bees asked is a short flowery tree that I've seen for the first time because it seems like it can bore fruit. I planted a lot of it. At the same time, I also planted rubber trees, aloe, palms, and others. Though I expanded the size of the fruit area, I left enough space for other people in case they want to plant trees too. Phew. The first stage is complete. Before I noticed it, I became a father. That's fast. To be honest, I don't even recall any memory mine during Lou's labor until the time I was about to embrace my child. I might have panicked back then, but I am relieved that my child was born safely. He's a healthy baby boy. Is it alright for me to become a father? No. It's too late to ask that. I have to work hard for my newly born child. After that, there was a banquet in our village and it lasted for several days. Manga Chapter 30 page 5, Chapter 57. My son's birth and raid. My son's name is Alfred. He was named by Lou. She rejected the names I suggested. I'm anxious if my son will be sick since he's half otherworlder. I received healthy body from God, but will my son also have such divine protection? Since there is no way for me to know, I had no choice but to pray. I want him to grow up healthily. Also, since he's the child between me and the vampire Lou, what is his race? Is there a race called half vampire? I tried asking Lou, but she said that this is the first time she gave birth and she doesn't know of any vampire who gave birth before, so she doesn't know. I see. Looking at my son, he's no different from any other human. According to the Unis, it seems like racial characteristic will show up as one grows older. To the Unis, it is their horn. During their infancy, it is not noticeable, but it will grow slowly as they grow old. Certainly, it will be troublesome if they already have a horn when they are born. I wonder if my son is like the two. Though I'm worried, there's nothing I can do. Whether he is a human or a vampire, it won't change the fact that he is Lou and my child. I'll do my best to raise you. After giving birth, Lou has no particular problem. Though as expected, her character changed after she gave birth. Probably because she's a mother now. In any case, I am happy because both mother and child are healthy. Regarding child care, the Unis took the initiative, so there is no lack in helping hands. No, you can even say that there are too many helping hands that Lou and I can't get our turn. I want to do my job as a father too. I'm motivated to do something new. The reason? We now know where the 30 Kuros went. The 30 Kuros plus 30 spiderlings were capturing a dungeon southwest of the forest. What dangerous thing to do. The entrance of the dungeon was discovered by Gran Maria by chance, though that place is distant from the village. If the dungeon was left alone, rogue monsters will overflow. Because of that, we organized a group that will be led by the High Elves to check the condition inside. I also appealed to participate, but all of the villagers rejected it. Dungeon exploration. My adventurous spirit is tingling. When the dungeon capture group were checking their equipments at the dungeon entrance, the Kuros, with spiderlings riding on their back, came out of the dungeon. After that, they explored the dungeon with the Kuros. It turns out that the Kuros are capturing the dungeon all this time. It seems like they are exploring the dungeon on their own. Never thought that the Kuros has such a habit. By the way, the spiderlings are accompanying the Kuros are in charge of places where the four-legged Kuros can't go. In any case, the High Elves collected the bones of monsters in the dungeon which are probably beaten down by the Kuros and put them in the warehouse. I'm thinking why they would bring home bones, but it seems like they can be used and are valuable. Even though the High Elves have returned, the Kuros seems to continue exploring the dungeon. You should come home from time to time. A sudden incident happens. It is early in the afternoon. Zubaton's warning resounded. The direction is south. There is something flying in the sky. Another wyvern? When I recalled the previous attack, my anger resurfaced. The flying object is heading straight here. I instinctively know that its target is this place. And judging from its speed, it is not a friendly visit. I turned the AFT into its spear form and took a throwing posture. I'll pierce you down. When I was about to release the AFT, I saw another flying object. That other flying object is Dareem. There is no mistake since I have seen his dragon form many times. Compared to Dareem, the flying object heading towards here is half his size. I realized now that it is not a wyvern but a dragon like Dareem with a different color. The dragon hits Dareem's body, but it is a good thing that Dareem managed to stay in the air. It seems like it is battling with Dareem. For a moment, I thought of letting Dareem handle it, but it seems like Dareem is losing. Should I help him? When I was about to throw my spear, I suddenly felt a strong bloodlust behind them. It's coming from that direction. I turned a little and threw my spear to the source of the bloodlust. In that direction, there was a pure white dragon that's about slightly larger than Dareem. I thought that my spear will pierce through the dragon, but it managed to evade before I hit it. What kind of evasion is that? It lost his posture and almost fell on its own. A chance. I prepared to throw the second time, but when I was about to throw my spear, I was interrupted. Please wait a moment. She's not an enemy. It was Dareem's servant, Gucci. He stands and spreads both of his hands in front of me. Afterwards, there are 3 men and women in front of me. Dareem, a beautiful blonde woman, and a beautiful blonde young lady which seems to be their daughter. There are 2 splendid dragon horns on the daughter's head and a big dragon tail underneath her skirt. This is my wife Garafaroon and my daughter Rasutish Amun. According to Dareem's explanation, the first flying object that came towards here is his daughter Rasutish Amun, and the dragon who came later is his wife Garafaroon. I am unaware, so let me apologize. I really should. I just threw a spear aiming at Dareem's wife. I'm really sorry. I have done something that leads to a misunderstanding. The daughter Rasutish Amun bowed while hiding behind Dareem. Her voice also sounds frightened. How cute of her. However, Dareem is full of injuries because of her. I have made an inadvertent approach too. I am sorry. It was simply because I wanted to protect my daughter and husband. Please laugh at this stupid woman. Of course. I did not laugh. Let's consider this matter as settled because both of us committed mistakes. I'm sorry for the trouble. According to Dareem, it all started when his daughter suspected that he's cheating when she heard that he has a house in Big Tree Village. Moreover, she thought that the birthday present that Dareem prepared for Alfred was a gift for his cheating partner. Dareem denied, but his daughter did not believe his and went straight to the village. It seems like she wants to burn this village. I see. I'll mark her daughter as a dangerous person in my heart. I'm sorry. It's a good thing that she obediently apologized. It will be troublesome if she's too aggressive. Dareem chased her daughter who's heading for this village and used his body to stop her. It was supposed to end there, but Dareem's wife was informed about what's had happened between Dareem and their daughter and came here at full speed. In that case, why did she came here with strong bloodlust? It's love. I'll mark her as a dangerous person too because of the wife's killing intent. Most of the Kuros, Spiderlings, High Elves, Lizardmen, and Unners panicked. Those who were able to endure it took a while before calming the others down. There's no damage, but the Kuros are looking at Dareem's wife with their tail down. The Spiderlings don't even dare to approach her. Though I forgot it because Dareem is friendly. Dragons are really strong creatures. Is it because of her strong mother? Alfred seems to be sleeping in peace. He'll surely grow into a great man. Daughter, I want you to believe in me a bit more. But I already have Garafaroon, so I'll definitely not cheat. If by any chance I cheat. If you cheat, I'm too frightened to think. Daughter, remember this. Your father doesn't have guts to cheat. Oh, okay. Also, didn't I tell you a long time ago? Did you get now why I said that we can't be hostile with this village? Yes, That attack breaks through all of Mother's barrier. And it was directed to me first, right? Right. That was dangerous. Really dangerous. I'm glad that you're fine, Father. It's good that you made up, but you have not forgotten about me, right? Yuamu. As expected of Graf Arun. When you were attacked, I was really frightened. A kind spider has just rescued me. I never thought that attack can pierce my barrier, shield, and wall in a dash without any resistance. I was not thinking of evading that time. A kind spider, an old friend of mine. She pulled my body when I was about to get hit. Otherwise, I will not be standing here. Graf Arun. Rusty, Doraemon has a house in this village. You will live there. Mother? Why? That offensive ability, we can't leave it alone. I won't ask you to restrain him from using it, but I want you to have him not point it to any dragon. Eto. Your answer? Why yes. I'll do my best. Thus, the number of residents increased without me knowing. Chapter 58. Rasuti. Doraemon's daughter, Rasuti Shamoon. Everyone calls her Rasuti. When in her dragon form, she's about 15 meters, but when in human form, she looks like a junior high school student. She has a long blonde hair and looks well refined. She gives the vibe of either a student council president or a disciplinary committee chairman. Suspecting her father of cheating and acting immediately afterwards. She has a strong personality. During the first time I saw her, she's wearing a dress that can be worn at a party. Now that she's living in the village, she now looks like a village girl. Perhaps she's the type of person that changes her outward appearance according to the situation. Well, no matter what clothes she wears, her dragon horns and tail still stands out. Rasuti has adapted here quickly. It is the effect of something worth their time, like the foods and entertainments here. Dragons are basically free. So that's the reason why Doraemon always comes here? Yes, Rasuti eats all kinds of food, and she seems to like them a lot. When she eats something for the first time, she'll repeatedly say, "Father, unfair." When it comes to fruits, she prefers sweet rather than sour. She especially loves dried persimmon. Only this much remains. She said that while standing at the entrance of a warehouse with a face full of despair. There's a few of them to begin with, and a lot of dried persimmons are consumed during winter. However, I think it's still enough for everyone. Rasuti enjoys reversi, mini bowling, and chess, but she's not that skillful. She always plays with the Beast Boys. You'll notice if she wins or loses with her expression. When she's outside, she occasionally plays with the Kuros with catching the flying disc. She can't win against the four-legged Kuros in her human form, but when she's on her dragon form, she's always victorious. Perhaps she's more childish than what she looks. The Kuros complain to me that it's unfair. No, even if you complain to me. At first, I was planning to treat Rasuti as a guest, but Doraemon and his wife told me to give her something to do. I don't know what kind of things she can do, so I had her do some various things. Even though she's young, she's still a dragon, so had her hunt, but she can't catch anything because the prey won't show up when she's around. I thought of mining, so I had her dig, but she can't do it. The chickens and cows are scared of her, so she can't take care of them. I had her do some housework, but she has no experience at all, so it only increased the workload of those around her. As for farming, crops are important, so I can't let her approach them. Conclusion: she's an Ojaozuma that can't do anything. Well, she came from a combat-oriented race. I had her guard the village like the angels since she has an astonishing war potential. Rasuti's job has been decided. Diplomat. She was able to meet and negotiate with guests. The guest is the Demon King's envoy, Beezle. His purpose is not only buying crops but also to investigate the matter of Rasuti rampaging earlier. Ha ha ha, if there's no problem then it's good. Do you still have the yellow fruits before? We consumed it all during winter. Is it the mandarin orange? Though we still have stock. We don't have that much since the season has just started. Since it is spring. How about strawberries? Strawberries? Yes, they are sweet and sour, and if you dip them to sugar or milk, they'll be tastier. Of course, they're delicious enough as they are. Good. Then I'll take 10 boxes. How about sugar or milk too? You're right. I'll have both of them too. Thank you very much. As for the charge with discount, it is around this much. Since there's a discount, shouldn't it be around this much? Then how about this much? I was surprised that I can't find a trace of the short-tempered dragon who came to this village to burn it. Is it something she got from her father? In addition, she uses several small wyverns of about 1 meter in height as messengers. As a result, we kept in touch with the Demon King's castle, the Howling Village, and Dream. The lizardmen are taking care of the small wyverns. There are 20 of them. It doesn't matter whether they are 1 or 20. Leave it to us. Is that so? The hardest part of raising the wyverns are making sure that they won't attack the cows and chickens and making sure that they won't be attacked by the Kuros and spiderlings. Are they bullied? No. They see them as prey. Is that so? Anyway, I'll request them to not attack wyverns with collars. Do your best. Daughter, are you doing well? If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell me. I'm doing great. Why are you coming here frequently? You just came here 10 days ago. It's okay. I left Gucci there. Oi, give me the usual. In response to Doraemon, the Ana working at Rasuti's house begins preparing food and wine. Oh, have you tried the bath? Awesome, right? Yes, however, I find it hard to use since there are a lot of other users. Might be because it's the female bath. The men's bath is spacious. Even Gucci goes there every time he came here. Father, unfair. Ha ha ha. You probably know now why I had a house built for me here. Yes. By the way, when will you send me servants? Though I'm being taken care of by the Anas, I'm only borrowing them. I already ordered Gucci to choose a suitable person. However, there has been trouble. Are they dissatisfied working under me? No. It's the opposite. Since everyone knows how good the food here, we are flooded with applicants. Even Gucci said he will go. I understand how he feels, but further will be troubled if Gucci left. Yes. In any case, I'll send one as soon as possible. Thank you. Demon King's castle. Where's Beezle? Didn't he return? Yes, but he immediately went to his house. Not his chamber? Yes, he is in a hurry for some reason. Ah. The souvenirs are here. Amu. Excellent. However, what is Beezle's urgent business? It would be great if it's not because of any problem. Chapter 59. Frarum. My name is Frarum Chrome, member of the Count Chrome's house. My father is Beezle Climb Chrome, one of the Demon King Sama's executive. So far, I have been an active friend of the princess in Grayhaven, and I'm not a self-proclaimed friend. We are classmates in a school established by Demon King Sama. Of course, my school record is excellent. You can put me anywhere and I'll definitely stand out. Even my military arts and actual combat ability are above average. And if something were to threaten my life, the princess will surely protect me. In the future, I am expected to be an active aide of the princess. Moreover, even if I don't say it myself, my look is above average. No, it might be better to say that I'm beautiful. This is not self-conceit but an actual fact. Because I'm such a wonderful person, being flooded with marriage proposal is a matter of fact. They shouldn't propose to me directly though. They should apply to our house. That's how it should be. I am not the one who'll decide who should I marry. Father will be the one to decide. I'm not dreaming of marrying the man I desire to. I am resolved to marry father's choice. Because of that, I want father to decide my partner soon since there are a lot of candidates to choose from. However, father seems to be hesitating because of various things. I'm glad that he's doing his best to find his daughter a good partner, but if you don't decide my partner soon, the eyes around will be really anxious. By the way, I am suddenly ordered by father to go to a certain village. I asked if my marriage partner will be at that place fearfully. What should I do after arriving at that village? Can I even stop going to school? Does that mean that I will no longer have ties with the princess? No, father. Why are we flying at night? Father also doesn't laugh with my joke. On the contrary, he looked at me with a serious face. We're flying tonight because there is no moon and I don't want to alert anyone. This matter will greatly influence the fate of the Demon King's kingdom. Bear it in mind. Eto further looks tired. Every time he comes home, he always complains to mother about work and colleagues endlessly. I'm sure I can't measure his anxiety. Seeing a hint of insanity in father's eyes, it seems like a good idea to not go against him. I'll accompany you for a while. It is regrettable to leave both the school and the princess, but that place was boring. I'm glad that I can showcase my talent there, but it seems like our destination is a village. I don't expect much, Fufafu. Should I control it as I like? Nice to meet you. I am Rasutish Amun. I decided to change clothes as soon as we arrived at the village, because it will affect my dignity. I can't say the reason. Eto. Why am I greeted by a dragon right away? Moreover, it's Rasutish Amun. She's the daughter of the gatekeeper dragon. The citizens of Demon King territory all know that she's a dragon to watch out for. She's like a mad dog that will attack anyone who'll meet her eyes. Because I met her, I have no choice but to change my clothes. When I was thinking about our meeting, I saw high elves in the village, the forest gorilla. They are a violent group of people that are also called Manita. They live in the forest and kidnap men from nearby villages. Moreover, the high elves who live in the Forest of Death and Iron Forest are the fiercest one-man army. Now, I am meeting those who live in the Forest of Death. My knees began to crumble, but I managed to persevere and greeted them with a smile. I want to praise myself. But wait, there's more. A flock of inferno wolves. Yes, I'm really going to die. I never thought that father would give me as a sacrifice. You're cruel, father. While I changed my clothes again, Rasutish Amun told me that they won't harm me. I see. Everything here is under the rule of Rasutish Amun. I'm relieved. Speaking of inferno wolves, they are at the upper echelon of the Forest of Death. They are atrocious wolves that are capable of destroying a town alone. And here, there are countless of them. I also confirmed the existence of the special mutated species called Cocytus wolf. I will just think that this is a valuable experience. However, no matter how much I think that way, my brain couldn't accept it. Are they really under control? Some inferno wolves are pulling Rasutish Amun's skirt in a playful manner. Yes, I saw another one to watch out for. Demon Spider. I met its Stun Bash head-on and fainted. Stun Bash is a racial ability of Demon Spider. It is a mental attack that will affect those who see it for the first time. Because I was not eaten when I fainted, the Demon Spider is harmless too. Fufafu. This is the third time I changed my clothes. I wonder if it's better not to wear underwear already. To think that she has placed the apex of the Forest of Death, the Inferno Wolves, under her. Rasutish Amun is a frightening existence. Please, keep them under your control. I beg you. There is only one word capable of describing the Demon Spider: fear. And there are a lot of spiderlings here. Shadow Spider, Car Spider, Drow Spider, Trap Spider, Death Spider, Neck-hanging Spider. Every one of them is larva of a Demon Spider, but even if they are still larva, they are fearful existence. There are countless of them. When I thought about what would happen if they are released in the Demon King's country, I froze. Let's not think about it. No. I should erase it from my memory. Now, after seeing the Demon Spider's family, I'm not surprised seeing a Gnostic beehive. I am not surprised, but I didn't say that I am not scared. Gnostic bee. They are monsters that collect honey from flowers like ordinary bees. However, their honey's price is off the roof. The reason? It is the best tasting honey, of course, but soldier bees are protecting the Gnostic bees' hive. Soldier Gnostic bees are ferocious and said that even inferno wolves don't approach their hive. In other words, in order to get Gnostic bee honey, you should have the fighting power to annihilate all soldier bees first. Aiming for Gnostic bees' honey is used as an idiomatic expression that refers to dreamer, delusionist, or a person drowned with greed that is willing to do dangerous things to get what they desire. One must not desire Gnostic bees' honey. Even if someone put it in a jar and place it in front of you, you still shouldn't want it. Though I never expect seeing it at tomorrow's breakfast, I let my guard down. It seems like I was overwhelmed by the Gnostic bees' honey. I shouldn't have relaxed at this place. Before me are 4 angels. Every one of them are angels with titles. Angel of Annihilation Tier, Angels of Holocaust Gran Maria, Kudel, and Coron. Although they are not as dangerous as Rasutish Amun, they are cunning angels that need to watch out for. But it seems like my luck is good. I don't need to change my clothes, probably because nothing seems to be that appealing anymore. From where I am, I can see that they are having a friendly conversation with Rasutish Amun, so I judge that there is no danger. Please, let it be like that. When I was wishing for that, someone came. Blood-sucking Princess Luloshi. It is said that she's the eternal rival of the Angel of Annihilation Tyr. Since they are rival, she's naturally as dangerous as Tyr. I was wary that a magical battle will suddenly begin, but that didn't happen. They are happily talking about what's going to be their dinner. Was them being rivals only a rumor? If it is these four angels and the blood-sucking princess, they might be a good match against Rasutish-Amun. That means it is dangerous to obey only Rasutish-Amun. What a troublesome higher-ups composition. However, I will survive. I saw the vampire flora too. Rasutish-Amun is probably on a lower seat because of the four angels and two vampires. No. Since Rasutish-Amun is here, the gatekeeper Daraim will surely meddle with her affair. That must be it. I continue to think. Given the number of inferno wolves, they can overwhelm the angels and vampires. The demon spider alone can fight against the angels and vampires too. Since Rasutish-Amun is the one controlling them, my best choice is with Rasutish-Amun, but the depths of my heart is shouting that choosing her is dangerous. I wonder why. After that, I met rare races like Hunny, Lizardman, and Elder Dwarf, but I'm not surprised anymore. It's not like I can do anything. Thanks to the Beastkin children, I'm healed. Their tail is Mofu. The slimes, cows, and chickens healed me too. My heart calms down. After being guided around the village, I return to the inn. I will be living here until my house is ready. I did not expect a good room given the scale of this village, but I was surprised that it is really good, especially the fabrics like the sheets. It is of the highest quality and is something rare even in our house. The foods are something I've never seen before and they are really delicious. The wine is good too. I was dissatisfied having needed to use the bath with others, but the experience of using it exceeds my dissatisfaction. Everything's so good so far. I don't know the intention of my father by making me live here, but I won't collect information yet. I don't want to make an enemy with anyone for the time being. I'll do what I can tomorrow. Though it has already grown dark, the village is still active. They are using oil generously. Is Rasutish-Amun still awake? Rasutish-Amun. Should I add Sama or should I call her Rasuti like everyone else? I'll ask for her permission first. Anyway, I want to meet Rasutish-Amun and consult her regarding some things for tomorrow. Human over there. Guide me to the place where Rasutish-Amun-san stays. I failed. I should have thought about things carefully, although it makes sense that I talk that way since I am a noble.